ma'am. Good morning, classmate. My topic for today is all about philosophy of religion. Philosophy of religion. Philosophy of religion is rational thought about religious issue and concern without the assumption of the existence of the deity or reliance on act of faith. Philosophy examine the nature of religion and religious beliefs. Philosophers of the West have focused on ideas related to the existence and nature of the deity because that idea is central to the religions of the West. Western philosophy of religion has centered on argument or proof for the existence of God, an explication of apparent inconsistencies in the description of the nature of God. So, sabi dito, the philosophy of religion is the explanation of presumption of existence of deity. Tinatakil ng philosophy na to yung pag-prove na totoo si God or nag-e-exist si God. There are several things that fall under the domain of philosophy of religion. The first one is religious language and belief. The second, religious diversity. The third, concept of God or ultimate reality. The fourth, arguments for and against the existence of God. Number 5, problems of evil and suffering. The last one is miracles. The first one is religious language. The term religious language refers to statements or claims made about God and gods. Yung term na religious language ay nangangahulugan na gawa ito ni God. Sinasabi ng gawa nga ito ni God. Isa ito sa mga philosophical problem na pinapaniwalaan sa bawat isa. Kung ang Diyos ay walang hanggan, walang sino man or anuman na nakaka-describe sa totoong creature ni God o yung anyo ni God. A. Logical positivism. The practice of philosophy, especially in the analytic tradition, places emphasis on precision of term and clarity of concept and ideas. For this logical positivist, only the tautologies of mathematics and logic. So several religious claims such as Yahweh is compassionate or Atman is Brahman were considered by the positivists to be cognitively meaningless. So, sabi dito na yung logical positivism, ito yung naglilinaw ng mga terms and sinasabi na may certain words na meaningless due to lack of significance. Realism and non-realism. After the collapse of positivism, thoughts emerged in philosophy of religion regarding what religious language and belief are about. Realism and non-realism, realized as used in this context, are those who hold that their religious beliefs are about what exists, independent of the persons who hold those beliefs. Yung philosophy ng realism, na nagsasabi na nag-i-exist talaga yung mga deity. Yung deity is yung mga god and goddesses. 2. Religious diversity. In the West, most work done in philosophy of religion historically has been theistic. More recently, there has been a growing interest in religions and religious themes beyond the scope of theism. While awareness of religious diversity is not a new phenomenon, philosophers of religion from both the East and the West are becoming increasingly more aware of and interact with religious others. Sabi doon, yung religious diversity, yun yung pagkaiba ng religion. Varieties of religion. Magkaiba yung religion ng West sa mga religion ng East. A. Religious pluralism. One response to religious diversity is to deny or minimize the doctrinal conflict and to maintain that doctrine itself is not as important for religious as religious experience, and that the great religious tradition are equal, authentic responses to ultimate reality. This is one form of religious pluralism. Ang paraan natin para mag-respond sa paniniwala ng mga religious diversity ay pagtanggi sa doktrina, or iba naman is pumapayag. Ngunit ang doktrina na ito ay di gaano ka-importante sa ibang religion. Hindi tulad ng ibang traditional na ginagawa is yung bunyag. B. Religious relativism. A second way of responding to the conflicting claims of the different tradition is to remain committed to the truth of one set of religious teaching while at the same time agreeing with some of the central concern raised by pluralism. Religious relativism provides such a response for religious relativism. The correction of religion is relative to the worldview of its community of adherents. Sabi dito, yung religious relativism, lahat ng roles ng religion ay connected sa pluralism, which is yung pinakamalawak na view na religion. C. Religious exclusivism. In contrast to pluralism and relativism is a third response to the truth claims of the religions. Exclusivism, the term is used in different way in religious discourse, but the common element is that the central tenet of one religion are true, and claims which are incompatible with those tenets are false. Another common and related element is that salvation is found exclusively in one religion. So, sabi, it says that there's only one religion that validates salvation, and those tenets which are incompatible with the central ideas is not true. Concept of God or ultimate reality. A major of theme among philosophers of religion in the West has been that of God, including questions about the nature and existence of God, challenges to the existence of God, language about God, and so on. Within every major, religion is a belief about a transcendent reality underlying the natural, physical world. From its beginning, philosophy of religion has been concerned with reflecting on, as far as possible, how religions might understand ultimate reality. So sabi, the concept of God simply explain and interrelate the God as superior being who contributes in the reality. The reality is connected to God even though He is considered as supernatural.